You could have talked to her. You could have made that new friend, but you didn't. Not because they said no, but because you said no to yourself first. You have free will, you just don't use it. See, most people live like they're bound by invisible rules. I can't talk to him or her. I can't ask for help. I can't say this or that. But in reality, you can. No one is stopping you. Freedom is scary, but the moment you realize you actually have it, you risk rejection. But is rejection really that bad? I mean, what is the worst that can happen? When I was younger, I used to imagine that if I talked to a girl, she would scream in terror, and every other girl nearby within the radius would point at me like I was some freak or undesirable. Or that if I tried talking to another guy to be his friend, he'd kinda just ignore me or give me that awkward, why are you here look. Like I would walk away feeling worthless whenever that would happen. And sure, moments like that would happen from time to time. Not the screaming part, thankfully, but a lot of the moments where conversations were one-sided, where a lot of replies were just, mm-hmm. And that would often sting, especially when you're trying to connect with somebody new. Here is the thing that I've learned over time. You see, most people aren't actually thinking about you as much as you are thinking about yourself. You see, when someone new is quiet or they don't seem open around you, it's most likely because you are a stranger. And with practice, eventually you can learn to open people up, make connections faster and easier, and even have conversations that actually matter to you. Rejection hurts for the moment, but regret, that can sting. It can hurt, and it can last for an hour, a day, a week, a month, and for some people, even a few years. You will never know if that girl would have said yes to you if you never give yourself the chance. After all, every shot you do not take, well, you always miss. So really it's you miss every shot you do not take. Yeah, that sounds right. Self-rejection is like the worst kind of rejection. Most people don't give the world a chance to say no to them because they're already rejecting themselves long before anyone else can. And that is one of the worst feelings that I felt in my life. It sucks. It is awful. When you see someone interesting and they intrigue you, or maybe it's a beautiful girl or a guy who has the coolest looking tattoo sleeve you've ever seen, and you want to ask them about it, but you stop yourself from even saying hi. What's your name? I used to beat myself up for this endlessly, but after, kind of forcing myself to try a few times to just speak to people, I learned that it's not as scary as it feels in your head. You see, girls, they don't bite, and they certainly don't scream in your face if you talk to them. Unless you say something really bad, which I'm pretty sure you won't. And what is the worst thing that can actually happen? maybe you try to ask someone out and you get a polite reply of no thank you, or I have a boyfriend, or something around those lines. And that's okay. Why? Because you just move on. You stop thinking, what if I tried? And that is much better than living with thoughts of regret for years. And the best part about this is that sometimes when you talk to someone and you realize that they weren't worth putting on that pedestal that you had them up on the first place, and suddenly this like weight lifts and you start to understand that rejection can help you find the right person, the right people, and even like help deepen connections with, well, the right people. And yeah, every conversation is a chance to learn. Even a failed conversation is a win. Why? Because you gain experience, you learn to listen better, you control your nerves better, you are able to pretty much be able to read when people are engaged or they want out. And with practice, the fear doesn't go away completely, but it doesn't control you anymore. It doesn't shackle you to the ground and leaves you paralyzed and stuck. And every conversation will make you stronger. Your confidence reinforces with every experience. And eventually you're going to learn that saying hi will not kill you, and being ignored or rejection is not going to define your worth as a person. So what if you just tried? Think about it. What's the worst case scenario? What if she says, I have a boyfriend, or sorry, I'm not interested? Yeah, cool. You survived, you learned, move on. And the best case scenario, what if saying hi sparks a conversation? What if it leads to a date, a future friendship, a increase in dopamine, or even an unexpected opportunity? Imagine being the guy who goes for what he wants, the guy who acts despite their fear, and the one who isn't going to be wondering what if every night. You can talk to anyone, and not everyone is going to like you, not everyone is going to accept you. A few people, many people will probably reject you, and that is okay. But every time you choose your courage over your fear, you're gonna grow stronger. So stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting to feel ready, because you are free, you have free will, and say something, because all it takes is a simple hi, what's your name? So go out there and just try. The conversations will flow over time, and you'll get better over time. After all, I was able to do it, so I believe you can too. So use your free will and say something. You might just change your life. If you like this video, well, please like it. Drop a comment for how I can improve in any way. And I love it if you subscribed if you want more like this. So yeah, and as always, you know how these videos end. Be your own hero.
A great success!